Hello everyone, in this video we are going to cover the current affairs. For the text version of this quiz, please install GKToday Academy app. You can attempt the quiz in this app and you can read detailed explanation. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. We have started a new channel, Civils Academy. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. Now let's start. OPE-LIP, a tribal livelihood development program, is funded by which organization? So this program is funded by IFAD. What is IFAD? It is International Fund for Agricultural Development. So as the name suggests, it is a fund for the development of agriculture. Now, Odisha government collaborated with this IFAD to focus on the particularly vulnerable tribal group. Now, in our country, there are 75 PVTZ, that is particularly vulnerable tribal group. Total, there are 75. Answer in comment box, which state has the highest number of PVTZ? Now, the objective of this collaboration is to improve the living condition and to reduce the poverty among these tribal communities. How that will be done? That will be done by improving agricultural practices so that the income level increase. Now, what is this IFAD? It is International Fund for Agricultural Development. It is a specialized agency of United Nations and the headquarters is in Rome. Rome is in Italy. Recently, Odisha government was also in news because it has collaborated with ICRISAT. What is this ICRISAT? It is International Crops Research Institute for Semi-Arid Tropics. Okay, so the name of this initiative is OPE-LIP. It is a tribal livelihood development program by state government of Odisha. So what is the full form of OPE-LIP? It is Odisha Particularly Vulnerable Tribal Groups Empowerment and Livelihood Improvement Program. And this program is funded by IFAD. And for this program, Odisha government also collaborated with ICRISAT. What is ICRISAT? It is International Crops Research Institute for Semi-Arid Tropics. And the headquarters of this organization is in Hyderabad. Where is the headquarters of Caricom? So first thing first, what is this Caricom? Caricom stands for Caribbean Community. So the headquarters is in Guyana and it was founded in 1973. It is also known as Caribbean Community and Common Market. Recently, this area was in news because of Vaccine Matri Initiative. What is Vaccine Matri Initiative? Vaccine Matri Initiative is an initiative by the Government of India to provide made in India COVID-19 vaccines to different countries. So, Bhutan and Maldives were the first recipients of our vaccines under this Vaccine Matri Initiative. Recently, these Caribbean Community countries also received vaccine as a part of this initiative. Now, recently Pakistan was also in news as Pakistan is going to receive Indian-made vaccine. Answer in comment box, as a part of which initiative Pakistan is going to get vaccines. Now, coming back to this Caricom. So, these are the member countries of this Caribbean community. As you can see, most of these are Caribbean islands and neighborhood countries. So you can pause the screen and take a screenshot so that you can get the broader understanding about this Caribbean community. Nagarhole Tiger Reserve is situated in which Indian state? So this is a tiger reserve in Karnataka. It is part of Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. Formerly, it is known as Rajiv Gandhi National Park. Now why it was in news? Because of forest fire. Recently, Simlipal in Odisha was also in news because of this fire incident. So the name of Nagarhole is after the name of river and in Kannada that means Serpent River. So now this is the geographical location of Nagarhole National Park and Tiger Reserve. This is our country, and if we look at the closer location of this National Park and Tiger Reserve, so this is the Kerala border. So this is near to Kerala border and it is situated in Karnataka and it is a part of Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. Which commission is going to introduce a digital green pass? See, these terms are in news frequently. Digital green pass or vaccine pass. In simplest term, it means it will show your vaccine status in the context of coronavirus. So this is going to be done by European Commission. That means they are going to introduce this digital green pass, and this pass will have the information about your vaccination and about the test results or about your recovery. So why so? Because of coronavirus, there was a lockdown. Now countries are working to revive their economies, and in order to revive their economy, they are opening the transport sector. Therefore, it is necessary that those people who are vaccinated or who are not corona positive, they are allowed to move freely. That is why the European Commission is going to introduce this digital green pass, and it will have the information that, okay, you are vaccinated, then obviously no need to worry. Or if you are not corona positive, then again no need to worry and you can visit the place of your choice. So the idea is to reduce the transmission. Similarly, China was in news because of its virus passport. It is same thing. That means it will contain the information about coronavirus. That means whether you are positive or negative. If you are a corona positive, are you recovered properly? What is the status of your recovery, and all this information. Similarly, Bahrain had introduced vaccine passport. Recently, this entire issue was also in news as WHO said that this vaccine passport for COVID-19 should not be used for international travel because there are certain ethical issues associated with it. What does that mean? Suppose you are from a very poor country and vaccine is not available so far in your country. Now obviously, since vaccine is not available, these countries will not allow, these countries in the sense, for example, take the case of Bahrain. So Bahrain will not allow you if you are not vaccinated. So that is why WHO said that there are ethical issues involved in it. The space hurricane, which was discovered recently, was spotted in which region of Earth? So it was spotted in the North Pole area, and scientists have discovered the space hurricane for the first time, and it was detected over North Pole. Please note that it was detected in upper atmosphere of Earth. So a group of scientists from different countries observed this space hurricane using DMSP satellites. What is DMSP? It is Defense Meteorological Satellite Program. Now what is the meaning of this term space hurricane? It means the rain of electrons in ionosphere instead of water. So it will create a phenomena like this one. This is for your visual illustration. So why it is so unique? Because so far it was never observed in upper atmosphere of Earth. For the first time this was observed in upper atmosphere of Earth, and this was observed over the North Pole. Which banking company has successfully tested the world's first blockchain transaction in space? So this was done by JP Morgan. JP Morgan has successfully tested the world's first blockchain transaction in space with the help of satellites of a company named GomSpace. It is a company of Denmark. So what has happened? Recently this JP Morgan was in news because it tested the world's first blockchain transaction in space, and this has been done with the help of a space company named GomSpace. It is a space company of Denmark, and the name of this mission was GOMEX-4. Actually, it is a mission of GomSpace. Now recently, SBI, that is State Bank of India, integrated with this JP Morgan blockchain payment network, and the name of this blockchain payment network of JP Morgan is Link, LIINK. So this will speed up the transaction and it will reduce the transaction cost. As per a recent report, which is the most affected country by stalkerware applications. So this is a country. So this is Russia, and this was a report by Kaspersky. It released a report and the name was State of Stalkerware 2020. So it is made up of two terms, stalker plus software. So it is a software or a malicious application that is installed to secretly monitor the phone activities. In simplest term, it is going to stalk you. So as per this report, Russia was the most impacted country, and Russia is followed by Brazil and USA. India is on 4th position. That means India was fourth most impacted nation targeted by stalkerware. Which organization released World Food Price Index? So this was released by FAO. What is FAO? It is Food and Agriculture Organization. So this released this food price index, and it measures the change in the price of basket of products related to food. Now the headquarters of FAO is in Rome. It is in Italy. The headquarters of IFAD is also in Rome in Italy. Recently FAO was in news as it completed 75 years, and therefore India released a commemorative coin to celebrate this event. And this FAO completed 75 years on 16th of October in 2020. FAO is Organization of United Nations. It released certain reports. One of that is Food Price Index. That means this FAO released certain index, and one of them is food price index. Apart from that, it is also responsible for SOFIA. What is SOFIA? It is State of World Fisheries and Aquaculture. So this is a report by FAO. It also released SOFO, that is State of World Forest, which is the only country to register a 3-digit growth in the wearable market as per the recent report of IDC. Now first thing first, what is this wearable market? It means the products which are wearable. For example, smart watch or headphone, earphone, all these are wearable products. So as per a report by IDC, what is IDC? It is International Data Corporation. India is the only country to register a 3-digit growth in the wearable market, and in 2020, India achieved a growth of 144%. Since India is the only country in the world to achieve this much growth in this sector, that is why it is important from exam perspective. Okay, so we covered the most important questions. Now we are going to cover few important news events. First is related to Turkey. So the name of lake is Salda Lake. It is in Turkey. So why this lake was in news? Recently, NASA's Mars mission was in news. What is the name of rover of NASA for this Mars? The name is Perseverance. So how these two events are connected? So on the basis of this rover by NASA, the team of scientists is exploring the surface of Mars. And now as per the scientist, the surface of Mars have certain properties similar to this Salda Lake. This is a lake in Turkey. That's why this lake was in news. Next is the Green Queens of India, a nation's pride. So recently, Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, that is Mr. Prakash Javadekar, released a book, and it is e-book. The title is The Green Queens of India. So it is a book by the women officers of Indian Forest Service, how they have contributed in our forest preservation. So that is why this book was released recently, and this is first such book to honor the women officers of Indian Forest Service. Next is Switzerland. So recently this country was in news as the people voted to ban the full face covering. So that is why this country was in news. Name of country is Switzerland. Next is Pradhan Mantri Swasthya Suraksha Nidhi. Nidhi stands for a fund. So there are two types of cess, health cess and education cess. The money collected from these two cess will be used for this fund, and this fund will be used to improve the healthcare condition in our country. Recently, why this fund was in news? Because recently it was approved by the Union Cabinet. It is non-lapsable fund. What does that mean? Suppose 100 rupees are allocated for this year and you spent only 96. If this fund is lapsable, that means you cannot use the remaining 4 rupees in next year. But if it is non-lapsable, then you can use the remaining money in next year and so on. Next is related to China and Russia. So both signed a planetary pact, and as a part of this, they have announced a new lunar space station. Lunar stands for moon, and for this, both countries are going to collaborate. Next is Maitri Setu. So this is related to India and Bangladesh. Setu stands for bridge. Next is Tirath Singh Rawat. So he became the new Chief Minister of Uttarakhand. Previous Chief Minister was Trivendra Singh Rawat. Next is Koneru Hampi. So recently, she was in news as she has been named as BBC Sportswoman of Year. Next is India's first World Skill Center. So this is going to be in Odisha. Recently, Odisha Chief Minister inaugurated it in Bhubaneswar. In last news event, one more important point is that Koneru Hampi is a chess champion. She is a rapid chess champion. Answer in comment box who was given the Lifetime Achievement Award by BBC this year. Next is Baton of Honor. So recently, President Mr. Ramnath Kovind presented a Baton of Honor to former LG, that is Lieutenant Governor Kiran Bedi. So she was the former LG of Puducherry. The current LG of Puducherry is Tamilisai Soundarajan. She was given the additional charge. Apart from Puducherry, she is the governor of one more state. Answer in comment box, she is the governor of which state? Next is NISAR. So it is a collaboration of NASA, that is the Space Agency of USA, and ISRO. So it is NASA-ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar. So this is a joint Earth observation satellite mission, and for that ISRO and NASA collaborated. Now recently, Tamilisai Soundarajan was also in news as she was conferred with the Top 20 Global Women of Excellence Award. So this is an award given by USA. So in this video, we covered these topics. Salda Lake was in news because of Mars mission of USA, It is a lake in Turkey. Green Queens of India. It is a book released by Environment Minister. Why it was released? To honor the women officers of Indian Forest Service. Switzerland was in news as it banned full face covering. Pradhan Mantri Swasthya Suraksha Nidhi was recently approved by the cabinet, and it will have fund from the education cess and from health cess, and this is a non-lapsable fund. China-Russia Planetary Pact was in news as both countries decided to collaborate in the field of space, and for that they are going to launch Lunar Space Station. Lunar stands for moon. Maitri Setu is related to India and Bangladesh. Setu stands for bridge, so this will improve the connectivity for our northeast states of India. Next is Tirath Singh Rawat. So former Chief Minister was Trivendra Singh Rawat. New Chief Minister is Tirath Singh Rawat. He is the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand. Next is Konneru Hampi. So she is a rapid chess champion. Recently she was in news because she has been named as the BBC Indian Sportswoman of the Year. Next is India's first World Skill Center. So this is going to be in Odisha. To be specific, it is going to be in Bhubaneswar. Next is Baton of Honor. So recently our president presented this Baton of Honor to Kiran Bedi. Next is NISAR. So it is a collaboration of NASA and of ISRO. What is the full form of NISAR? It stands for NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar. So it is Earth Observation Mission, and for that both NASA and ISRO are going to collaborate. Last is related to Tamilisai Soundarajan. So recently she was in news as she has been selected for Top 20 Global Women of Excellence Award. Now get ready for test. Please write down your score in the comment box. Also, one more thing I have noticed. Certain students are more worried about the date of current affairs, that please write down the date in the thumbnail or in title or whatsoever. Instead of focusing too much on date, you leave that to us and you just focus on your preparation. Please do not try to make issue of everything. Try to attempt this test and please try to write down your score in the comment box. Even that is too much time taking, then please try to write down the answers in your notebook.